Hello. Today on the news, I saw a article about a rare neurological disorder. Now, I've been kind of watching this happen, and I've seen people with it, and I understand that it's a parasite of some kind. I can't tell what it is because I don't have a microscope, and I have too many theories. Like, there's too many possibilities as to what it could be. I mean, it could be anything from like a tardigrade to like a rare bacteria or life form of some kind that's even just been picked up from something like the Arctic Circle or something, and then carried down to us through the snow melting, through the wind streams and the jet streams of the planet. It could be like a mutation of something just from a greater exposure to the Earth's core and or the weakening of the electromagnetosphere. I believe 100% that it's climate change driven. Uh, but I can confirm that it's absolutely like some kind of type of parasitic life form. I've only talked about it once in a previous video that I did about COVID-19. I had a theory that this could be getting into our bodies, and I described it as like a DNA that is being infected by RNA, and so essentially that life form could be getting sick, also compounding it. When people get it, it's different for each person. It can get into, like, depending on the person, it can get into your lungs. It can get into your brain, cause the neurological disorders. It can get into your heart, cause heart problems. I've been aware of this for some time. I used to call it just the red skin, because in a lot of people it would actually cause blemishes and literally your skin to turn red. I've talked to hairdressers about it. There was one hairdresser that opened up to me about it, and she was saying how one person treated it, and it was really bad. Like, it was creating even open sores and stuff. And what she did took great care of it, and it sounded like the exact same thing. So what you guys are going through is 100% real, and there's really no known way to treat it. As in, like, it's immune to our antibiotics. I've never learned, like, you can get it off of the skin, but once it's in the body, I don't even know how to treat that. Maybe like, because it's a parasite, I would be curious to see if ivermectin has an effect on it. It's a possibility. I've never tried it or heard anyone who has tried it for this reason. It also gets into your hair and stuff because it is airborne. It can get into your hair, and I've had it in my hair, and so I'm aware of it. And I've seen it for years now. Like, there's other people, like, they'll be itching their hair and they'll be looking at their fingernail like that, like as if they pulled something out. But so maybe it's even what's the word? Maybe it's transparent, or maybe it's just microscopic. I don't know, but I do know it's there. You guys aren't imagining this thing. It's important to note that it's not only just in humans, it's in all life forms, essentially. Like, any kind of animal can get it, whether it's, a pet or a bird or a snake or what have you. And because of that, it can even get into insects too, and really small organisms. So that in itself might disguise it as a mutating, or maybe it also has the ability to mutate. But I don't think so much that it actually does have the ability to mutate. I think it just takes on the characteristics of whatever it what its host. What else can I tell you guys about it? I think that pretty much covers it. There's not a lot of information on it. I've been aware of it for some time. I can tell you that it's seeming to get worse and worse, and that in itself adds to the speculation that it is becoming stronger. And I think through numbers with climate change, like, could be like the weakening of the electromagnetosphere. There are things like, and I know that sounds far-fetched to people, but I mean, there is plankton living on the International Space Station, on the outside of the windows and stuff like that. The more radiation that comes up, like, as we remove oil from the upper layers of the Earth's core, the more energy comes up, it changes whatever, and that can cause things to mutate. That may be affecting this and causing that to grow stronger. There's a lot of theories about it. It's airborne. It doesn't particularly like the water. It eventually will adapt to the water, and I do believe that in cases it is in the water, and it could be infecting fish. But generally speaking, it's not prone to water. So for now, at least, you don't have to worry about your water supply in this. And then I hope that doesn't become an issue. It very likely could. As far as it being in your food, because it's in all organisms, it can be in your food. The heat is going to kill it if you cook it hot enough. But at the same time, I would imagine that the bacteria, pardon me, the stuff in your gut, in your stomach, it would die. That's acidic enough. Even though it's resistant to our current modern medicines, there's enough acid in your stomach that's generally going to kill this thing. And I look forward to learning more about it, and hopefully we can actually solve climate change, and because that's ultimately how we're going to stop this thing if we ever are. So if any of you have heard about this thing, let me know. If you have it or suspect a friend has it, if you can get your hands on some ivermectin, do try that. Let me know if that works. I'm really want to find that out. So I think that's all I got for now on this subject. So take care, guys. Talk to you later.